So, first, I have to. I gotta tell you a story. I have like 4 stories to tell you. Um, a little bit about myself. So, right now, I'm walking around my building at my office. I work at Bank of America by day. For the longest time, I was singing in wedding band at night or singing in a cover band or an acoustic act a few days a week, working a desk job, at least 8 to 5, and singing 3 to 4 days a week before having my daughter. When we had Aria, that changed things up quite a bit, obviously. And about 5 years ago, I became a health and fitness coach through Beachbody. And I will say it because I'm proud to say it. But I was in a spot about 5 years ago, right around this time actually. We had gotten engaged in May, and I was miserable. I was fluffy. I was at the highest weight that I was ever at before, except pregnant. And I was miserable about it. I was sitting at a desk. I was eating what I thought was healthy food. I was eating like a lot of packaged dinners. After gigs, I was starving. So I'd hit up Taco Bell as it was closing at 2 in the morning. And, fast food when I could grab it. Late at night, I was drinking Red Bull and Jägermeister like it was my job when I was gigging. I was highly caffeinated, underslept. I didn't feel stressed out necessarily, but I was stressing myself out. I was stressing my body out. I was stressing out my hormones. I had horrible acne all through my jawline, and I had adult hormonal and diet-related acne. And it had been like that, for 5 years at least. So pretty much all of my 30s. And I got to a point where I was like, enough is enough. I was at a party around the 4th of July, and everybody was running around in the backyard, and I was wearing a tank top, which just like a normal like camisole like type cotton tank top. And I remember before going out having to put another tank top underneath it because the tank top that I was putting underneath it had like a little bit of a compression factor to it so that I could hold myself in. A lot of people looked at me and said that I was skinny, but I didn't feel it. I hid it well. I hid my weight well. And it's not like I made a huge transformation. I didn't drop 100 pounds. I didn't gain 100 pounds. But 20 pounds on me was not a good place to be. 20 pounds on my 5 foot, if I'm lucky, 3-inch frame was a lot. And so when I finally decided to do something, it was because I saw that one of my friends from high school was running a free clean eating challenge, and I didn't know anything about it, and I figured I'd look into it. So I joined her challenge, and she was telling me about her coaching. She was telling me about a product that she used every single day, and it was a nutrition shake. It wasn't a protein shake. And I said, oh, I drink protein shakes. She's like, nah, it's not a protein shake. This is a nutrition shake. It's supposed to help with your digestion and your fiber and all that stuff. And I was like, I think I've heard of this before. And she mentioned that it was called Shakeology. And I was like, oh my God, I have heard of this before. I was drinking it a couple years ago. I just couldn't afford it. I was drinking it on and off for a couple years. Like literally 9 years ago at this point. And it was something that I wanted to keep doing, but I couldn't afford to do. So she said, well, we have the ability to give you a discount, and I'd really love to share that discount with you if it was something that you would be interested in. And when I finished the clean eating challenge with her, she put me in one of her Facebook groups that was all about, learning about how to, I had ordered DVDs before, and I was doing the DVDs at home, and she said, well, hey, why don't you do one of these programs and finish it and see how you feel after finishing it. And so I finished my very first program, and it was called T25, and it was 25 minutes a day. And I said to myself, and this is after starting and stopping P90X a dozen times, taking before pictures probably 6 dozen times, because I seriously wanted to lose weight, and I talked about it, kept saying, I'll start Monday. I would take pictures. I'd binge eat over the weekend. I'd drink a lot of alcohol. I'd take pictures, and I kept taking the same fluffy pictures. And it was so depressing to keep seeing these pictures. And I have them still. And it's still so depressing to see these pictures. But they were necessary. They were necessary for me to really understand where I was in a place that I didn't want to be. So finally, I stuck to a program. I stuck to T25 because it was only 25 minutes a day. And it was a 5-week block. And after the first 5-week block, there was another 5-week block. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And I stuck to it. And because I stuck to it, I finally started to get results. And I had my first transformation picture, and I shared it, and I was so excited about it. And a lot of people asked me what I did. And so I reached out to my coach and I said, okay, how can I do what you do? And she's like, are you serious? So I was like, I guess her dream come true, because she didn't even have to ask me if I wanted to coach. I wanted to coach. I wanted to help others. I wanted people to feel like I felt after that very first transformation. And I'll tell you, it was the best feeling in the world. And I have continued to make transformations. I have continued to get better. I have continued to get stronger. I've made different transformations over the last 5 years since I started this journey. And it has been amazing. It's given me so many opportunities to be around inspiring people. It has given me opportunities to meet these super trainers in person. As a coach, I get perks from our company. I get discounts on our products. And I've impacted hundreds of people's lives. I'm not exaggerating by that. I'm saying I've impacted hundreds of people's lives. I want to make it thousands. If I can make it millions, I will. And I'm serious when I say that this coaching thing has been the best thing that's ever happened to me, besides my husband and my daughter. Because it's given me a chance to create a life that makes me happier, and create a life that, you know, my husband and I, we have extra freedom for this life, and we get extra knowledge because of this life. And there's so many things that we get to do to help other people. And we're making this a goal to be Beachbody coaches full time. We are making it a goal to be what we can be to help others, and, you know, retire from our corporate jobs so that we can really focus on being the best selves that we are, and being the best that we can be, and helping others learn how to live healthy and fulfilling lives while helping them financially as well, because this is a gift. The ability that we have in this business to help others by just being healthy, by encouraging positivity and showing people how to be grateful for what they have on a daily basis, this is a gift. And so we're going to spread this as much as we can. And that's why right now I'm building a team like I am, because I'm looking to inspire leaders, and I'm looking to bring more leaders into my team that want to make a difference. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. And, you know, it starts with a program. It starts with a program that you love. For me, it started with T25. For a lot of my new coaches right now, it's starting with a commitment to 100 workouts. And that's why we're committing to 100 workouts with an awesome trainer named Jericho McMatthews, who is super badass and super inspiring and super fit and super strong. And we're committing to 100 workouts with her. And those 100 workouts, there's meal plans to follow. There's our superfood nutrition. There's guidance. There's motivation. Hell, we even get to be in a group with her to learn from her. So there's so much available. And I want to extend it to you. I want to extend this life and this amazing opportunity to you. So don't be shy. If it's something that you thought about before, then let's chat. We'll have a little conversation. You can learn more about what this opportunity can bring for you. And if you don't want to coach others, that's okay. If you want to learn more about just how you can get healthier and fit, let's chat. I'd love to hear from you and show you how this can really impact your life too. Have a great hump day.